Okay, here we're going to talk a little about formatting headings, especially. So sometimes on a page you may have a special kind of font or something that's going on that you don't really know, maybe even why even. Like in this case, we have this main heading, buildings, and then some text, and then another subheading called More About Buildings, and it's kind of got this special style associated with it. But when we go to edit our article, um, again, Content Article Manager, this is the Buildings page. It may not really look any different in here from the text we were seeing on the public-facing site, the front end they call it, with the black background and the white text. So let's say that we want to add another heading, another subheading like that. How do we do it? So the easiest thing to do in cases like this is figure out what's special about the thing that we want to match, and then match it. So if we click into our subheading here and then look up in this area, we can see that that's a heading 4. If you click in normal paragraph text, that's typically going to say paragraph. Most pages should start out with a single heading 1. So the way that it works is that the website has been set up so that anything that's a heading 1 is going to display a certain way, paragraph is going to display a certain way, and then our heading 4 has been set up to also display a certain way. In this case, it's the black background with the white text. So let's say we want to add another heading underneath that, something else, and then some more just regular old text. It usually defaults to paragraph, but depending on what was before it, like if you had your cursor here and then you hit enter, it may try to continue doing the same thing. Kind of like Word, it'll try to be smart, but half the time it gets it wrong and just winds up being annoying. So in a case where it's doing stuff maybe that you don't want it to do, or let's say, here we're just going to make this bold and italic, things like that. The first thing to try is just selecting all the text and using this little eraser to remove the formatting and try to get it just back to plain old text that we can kind of start over with. It doesn't always work, unfortunately, but it's a good thing to try first. So now if we're back to making this a heading like that was above it, first we'll save it, and I'll let you see how it looks the same as everything else. Reload this page. Oops. Right. Here's our new text. It doesn't look the way that we want it to. Go back in here, select the text, or even usually just clicking into it is good enough to kind of affect the whole line, at least for this kind of change. We're going to make this a heading 4. Save it. And when we reload this, now we have our heading that's matching our one above it. So this can be kind of a glitchy thing, so especially in a case like this, if you're struggling, just call Ben and ask for help versus fighting with it for a long time. Thanks.